What's up, guys? It's the Newbie Disc Golfer here, bringing you the front nine at Mossy Roc Disc Golf Course. This is one of my home courses, and since I haven't really played for a while, thought I'd get out the camera and bring you guys along for a round. Struggle along with me, just because I know it's going to be brutal. So hole one, uphill, maybe like 260, plays closer to like 290. Just trying to throw my buzz up there, and first throw out of the car, just shank it to the left. A little early release. It really wouldn't have been that bad if I could have pulled it to the right. Had a pretty easy upshot, but couldn't record it due to how steep the hill is. And so I'm stepping up to my par putt on the first hole, maybe 20 feet. And, haven't really been practice putting at home, so I shank it outright again. Couldn't even draw any chains. Give my zone a little putt just to kind of practice and miss that one wide right too. So let's just hope the comebacker for my bogey is going to look a little better. And it's up, and it's off the front of the cage. Just doinked it. Not very fun to start off the first hole with a double bogey, especially because it's kind of one of the easier ones. And we're stepping up to hole two, which is probably the toughest hole in the front nine. And I'm just going to throw my D3 max, hopefully on a little bit of a hyzer flip down the pretty large fairway, and just hope to kind of stay in the middle. Actually, this was one of the best drives I've seen and I've had. Usually I'm probably 50 feet back, if not way to the right, way to the left. It's a pretty demanding shot, and this hole just really demands two really good shots. Taking my X off zone right here, giving it a little bit of a run, which was a terrible idea. Should have played it wide right and let it fade into the hillside. But rather, I kind of gave it too much of a run and just watch it slide down the backside of the hill into the trees. Now that I'm stepping up, I find my disc that's under these little trees over here, which is already just crappy. This par putt is not the one I would want after that good of a drive. Get down on a knee just because I really didn't have any other way to have a look, and give it a shot and just miss it a little wide right. Wasn't the worst case scenario considering I'm not really a good kneeling putter and I haven't putt, but taking a bogey after a double bogey never feels good. Hoping I can really turn it around in hole three, because this is not the dream start you have on this course. Hole three is just a straight shot with a little bit of a dog leg right, but I wouldn't really say that. It's just fades out to the right. Really good. It sets up for a really straight to late finish forehand, which I do not have. My forehand is almost exclusively upshots right now. Really was trying to work on it, but really did not get much better during this COVID season. So I'm taking my beat up Fury and hoping to hyzer flip it from left side and maybe just let it fade to the right, dip to the basket. Luckily, I'm hitting that tree, getting a nice little tree kiss back into the middle of the fairway, and it'll give me a shot at least for my birdie save, and hopefully I can just get up and down for par, worst case scenario. How I'm putting, definitely going to be a par, but you never know. Stepping up to this putt, knowing I have nothing to lose. I've already double bogeyed the first two holes, so like, what's the worst case scenario? Give it a run and just take my par. So, felt pretty good out the hand, and there we go. About a 60, 70 footer. Felt really nice. Had a little bit of a gallery watching on hole four, so it's always good to get a birdie putt on one of the early holes. Now we're moving on to hole four. As you can kind of see from the map, which I forgot to take pictures of, it is a straight shot through a really tight gap, maybe a 10-foot gap, probably 100 feet, 150 feet down the fairway. I'm taking my Meteor, just trying to throw something straight, let it fade to the right, and just kind of glide to the basket. And I end up just not putting enough turn, just put a little too much hyzer, and it just flies dead straight. I get through the gap on the left side a little, which you can't really tell very well, but just ended up way left, and I'm behind a pretty decent mound. So I just had to throw my putter just blindly over and just give myself a tap-in par, which I did here. And we'll be moving on to hole five. Hole five's a pretty stupid hole in my opinion. It's really easy, but it just doesn't really give you any birdie look, and that's not because you just have to be really good. It's just I feel like it's such a luck throw-in birdie hole. It's just throw through this kind of low ceiling gap, as you can see up ahead, and just throw something to the base of the hill, pitch up to the top of the hill, and tap in your par. I'm pulling out my zero medium spike, which has been pretty flippy and a really nice addition to my bag. Lets me throw some flat shots and get some nice fade to the right. Hoping to end up a little more on the right side here, but just lace it right down the middle. Maybe even a little left, which is the worst case scenario. You want to finish right to give a really open look. Luckily, I get deep enough and I have a chance here for my little upshot just to tap in a par. Throwing my brand new ESP zone, which I'm really loving, but you'll see me really underthrow this disc. And there was a group of guys up there, and I just, for some reason, I was just scared to throw it to them. It's really not that close, but I just felt like hole 6 is a unique shot. It's kind of a L, or even I guess a 90 degree turn. You're staring down to the entrance of where my camera is, and then it just hooks straight 90 degrees left. So you just kind of throw something overstable and just watch it fight down the hill and just kind of hope you funnel through. So I'm tossing my ESP zone, hoping to get a little skip off the ground, maybe end up getting a birdie look, but I'm just kind of like thinking I need to recover from these bogeys and just take a par. And as you see, gets a little skip, comes in the back door, and just sits right at the basket. No easier tap in than that. And we'll be moving on to hole 7, which is another tough hole. Hopefully able to do well. I accidentally missed my drive on hole 7. I forgot to hit the record button, but we shanked and hit off a tree, skipped way left, pretty much right at the basket that we were last at. So right here, I'm taking my Z-Nuke, hoping just to get something super overstable and just end up left, give myself a small look for par, but really just doing my best. I throw that way too straight, way too strong, I guess. Thought it would hook a lot more, and I end up in that tree over there against the hillside, not really having an open look. As you can see, the basket. So I'm just trying to do a little jump putt, but really not my strong suit, especially not that far. That's just getting way too far. I'd really like to throw something rather than jump putting, but I feel like this was my best case, and just overturn it, throw it right into the ground, maybe like 60 feet, 50 feet. Leaves me this bogey putt and just didn't commit again. Just came out too much hyzer, wasn't putting well, and it just wasn't going super great. And so now gotta get the comebacker, save my double bogey, and I do, which is nice. Gotta just hang on to the round by each thread. And we're moving on to hole 8. One of my favorite holes, downhill, straight through those two like birch or whatever kind of trees those are. I don't really know, but just throwing my beat up Luna on a little bit of a hyzer flip and let it just fade down and just end with some hyzer. Finished a little more left than I wanted, but it isn't terrible as long as you can get all the way down there. Gives you a look. Back here with the long putt, maybe 20 footer, not even that long, and just miss it left. And here we go. Look at this. Second guy always seems to make it. As everyone always says, always got to have that second guy confidence. And we'll be tapping out a par on a kind of must-needed birdie to save this round before we head into hole 9. Hole 9's probably one of the easier holes, too. Just kind of a shot over this little goalie. Throw something up to the side of the hill, let it skip up, and just play through this gap up there. Throwing my Electron Vector and just don't park it, but really throw it to the exact spot I need to. Give myself like a 10-footer. Pretty much park and just throw it in with a good birdie to end the round. Can't complain too much. And yeah, with that, that's the front 9 Mossy Roc. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that bell and drop a like, drop a comment if you want. Sorry if the commentary is a little rough. Definitely the first time me being in studio, or I guess in my house, doing post commentary. Let me know if you like it or if you'd rather hear me talk in the live rounds. Other than that, I'm looking to get some more videos posted recently, get out and play some more. Hopefully play a little better than I did here so I don't have to whiff every putt. And I guess that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.